What is risk tolerance and do I have a gambling problem? On this episode of Money Talk. Hey guys, it's your girl Jackie coming at you from the Financial Literacy Tribe with Money Talk, where we discuss personal finance, investing, and debt. It's so many good things. All of the good things. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you're not currently subscribed so you don't miss out on any of our fun chats. Fun. So for today, we are talking about risk tolerance and why it is important to you, specifically if you are an investor and also potentially a gambler. Why do I put those two topics side to side in my head? And the reason for that is because I am convinced that the type of investor that you are and your level of comfort with your investing options are going to go hand in hand with what type of a gambler you are if you ever hit the casinos sometimes. I'm in Jersey, so we have Atlantic City like an hour and some change away from me, and it's always a good time. So what is risk tolerance and why is it important specifically if you are interested in investing? Risk tolerance is basically how comfortable you are with the uncertainties associated with investing. Not every single stock, bond, commodity, thing that you are interested in investing in has the same level of risk. Some investments are associated with very low risk. That means that there's a very low chance of anything going wrong, you losing a ton of your money. There's very little volatility, which means there's very little up and down. A lot of people don't like that because they feel like if there's not a lot of up and down, there's not a whole lot of potential for you to make a lot of income off of these types of investments, which is true. The low risk investments tend to have a lower return on your investment. These are things like, we talk about it all the time, having cash, having your money in a CD or certificate of deposit, in a high interest savings account. Things like this, they're going to earn you some interest, but it's not going to be particularly high. But the offshoot to that is that it's also not going to be particularly volatile. So your money is for the most part considered safe as is possible with any type of investment, right? On the opposite end of the spectrum, very high risk investments are things like individual stocks, collectibles, different things like that, where it's like you have the potential to make buku money in terms of return on investment, but there's also a lot of volatility associated with those investments. So they have the potential to have really, really high returns, but they also have the potential to crash and go down and have you lose your money as well. So the question of risk comes into focus because it's like, how comfortable are you with one option versus the other? Your particular risk level, your comfort level with risk is going to depend on two specific things, and that is your personality type and your age. I say personality type because we all know the person who is a wild child and they have no problems doing very risky things, right? This is the person that walks into the casino and they are betting it all, baby. Put it all on the line because they like it. They like the risk. They like the high. They like the potential of winning a ton of money and being the hero or whatever. We all know that person. That person has a very, very high tolerance for risk. On the other side of the casino is me with all the old ladies at the nursing home who play the penny slots because no, I'm not interested in losing all of my money. There's a lot of studies currently out that say that gender also plays a very big role in investment risk, and that women in general tend to make less risky investment choices. That's what the data is saying, versus men feel a little bit more comfortable with risk, whether that works out for them or not. But the gender thing isn't everything, because I know a lot of women who partake in very, very high risk activities. That's just their personality type, versus I know some guys who are just steady as a rock, and they're not interested in particularly risky activities either. So I don't think the gender thing is like such a big focus, but definitely personality type absolutely is. And then the second thing associated with your risk comfort level is definitely going to be your age. The recommendation from all sides in terms of financial advising is that definitely the closer you get to retirement, the less comfortable you should be with high risk asset investing. The less comfortable you should be. And the reason is because you don't have the time, you don't have the years to be able to recover from a sharp drop in the markets. You just don't have it anymore as you approach retirement age. So definitely the older that you get, the more you should be trading out the more high risk, high volatile investments for lower risk options, because you've been in the markets for a while, you've made the bulk of your money throughout the years. Now it's time to trade in those investments for low risk, safer assets for sure. Being in New Jersey, and I have so many fond memories of going to Atlantic City, playing the penny slots, speaking to scantily clad senior citizen-esque waitresses who just look like they have had a hard life, and they talk like they've been smoking since they were like 4 years old. They're like, "What are you having, honey? Make sure you tip me well." Oh my god, I sound like that old lady from Monsters Inc. Anyway. That's gonna do it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Certainly if you did, don't forget to give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are not currently subscribed. I would love to have you as part of my family. If you are interested in this sort of content, be sure to check out my blog, which is available at focusedfrugalfab.com. Now we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. Mike Wazowski. I should do this professionally. I should do voiceover stuff like professionally.